The background of
gun violence. To make violence or gun background check. For sure, gun violence or gun violence. Our background checks. Background checks. Say, Mr. President, background checks. Make a gun. You make it from Iowa. Make a gun. Make gun violence. Gun violence. Gun violence. Gun President.
President. The gun violence. President violence. The gun violence. Gun violence. Gun violence and violence. Gun background checks. Gun background checks. Gun background checks. Gun background checks. Gun background violence. President.
Mr. President, to make sure background checks, gun violence, background checks, gun violence, background checks, gun violence, Mr. President, the gun, background violence, background checks, Mr. President, background checks, gun violence, gun.
Mr. President, will make sure violence, make sure, Mr. President, gun, make sure, a gun, Mr. President. That grab to make sure, Mr. President, make sure, Mr. President, make sure, Mr. President will make sure, Mr. President will make sure, Mr. President.
President, background violence, background checks, a gun.